Despite the injustice, he never complains. But while everyone else receives fair and even generous compensation, Stanley is grossly underpaid and overlooked. Beneath her eyes, the cleaner who taught her how to love. Stanley is a quiet, humble cleaner working in one of the most prestigious tech conglomerates in the city. A company where being hired is considered a life achievement. A dream he quietly nurtures with every coin he tucks away. He arrives early, leaves late, and keeps his focus on one goal, saving enough to start his small cleaning agency. Then there's Eva Marlowe, the CEO's only daughter and the unofficial heiress to the empire. Eva is the epitome of arrogance. Beautiful, wealthy, and feared, she believes everyone is beneath her, especially Stanley. She mocks his broken English, his cheap shoes, his tattered notepad filled with handwritten business ideas. Cleaner with a dream, she laughs one day. How poetic. Her insults sting, but Stanley never talks back. His silence becomes his shield and his patience his weapon. Behind Eva's designer smile and cold demeanor is a young woman cracking under pressure. Her father, the CEO, has fallen ill. The board is pressuring her to take over. Her friends are fake. Her life is a golden prison. And one night, she collapses in the middle of the office floor, surrounded by people who whisper but don't move. One man rushes to her aid. Stanley, the one she humiliated. He carries her to the company clinic, waits overnight, buys her medicine, and when she wakes up, she whispers, "Why you?" His response, "Because kindness is free, and I can still afford that." That moment breaks something in Eva, the wall around her heart. As the weight of her life crashes down around her, Eva finds herself questioning everything she once believed. The office, once a fortress of control, now feels like a cage as she looks at Stanley. He had shown her a kindness she never expected, breaking through the layers of armor she had built. In that moment, vulnerability seeps into her heart, and she begins to understand that there's more to life than perfection and power. It's a world where real connections can exist, even if they are frighteningly unfamiliar. Eva's recovery is slow, but her curiosity about Stanley grows. She asks him questions about his life, his dream, and his mother, who died working 2 jobs, along with his father, who taught him to never treat people based on their title. The more she learns, the more she sees. She begins to notice the invisible workers, the security guards, the janitors, the caterers, people she once ignored. She apologizes to Stanley, not just with words, but with action. She fights for salary equity and invites Stanley to present his business proposal at a leadership pitch night where he wins the startup funding he'd been chasing for years. But more than the money, Stanley wins something else. In that moment of triumph, Eva realizes the impact of her actions. It's not just about funding, it's about recognizing potential where it has been overlooked. Stanley looks around, absorbing the joy and validation from everyone feeling seen for the first time. The invisible workers who had once blended into the background are now part of a conversation that matters. As they leave the pitch night, Eva and Stanley share a knowing glance, a bond forged through understanding and respect. Months later, Stanley opens his cleaning agency and gets his first major contract from none other than Eva's company. Their relationship grows slowly away from the gossip and glare. It's not fairy tale perfect. They argue, they challenge each other, but it's real. One evening at the rooftop where she once mocked his dreams, Eva turns to him and says, "You were always the richest person here. I was just too blind to see it." Stanley, now in a tailored suit, walks into his office with a plaque that reads CEO, Stanley Kalu, founder of Integrity Cleaning Services. A photo of his late mother hangs proudly beside it. Eva smiles from the couch sipping tea, no longer the queen of cruelty, but the woman who learned that greatness isn't in titles, it's in the heart.